Hi my loves, thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope that you are having a beautiful and amazing day. This is a timeless collective reading for all signs. So this could be past, present, or future. This could be your story or someone else's. Please only take the messages that resonate with you. He could be a she could be a he, okay? All information about me will be found in the description box. I am not open for personal readings. Please do not be scammed in the comment section here or on any other platforms. If anyone reaches out to you soliciting products or services, especially from WhatsApp, it is not me, okay? So I want to say, I don't know what's going to come out, but I want to share for myself. I have been having so many like revelations, and I've been wondering where they're coming from. I felt like I've sort of been on like an emotional roller coaster, honestly. And it just hit me. We're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. There is a lot of stuff I feel, because this year is closing out, and this being the year of balance, the year of number 6. Some of you have a lot of things from your past that has had you stuck and bound for a long time. Just emotionally, energetically, your confusion. For some of you, it could be a job. Okay, friendship, relationship, family situation, or whatever. Yeah, blockages. Blockages and obstacles. These things are presenting themselves right now. I feel like things are being presented to you for you to purge them out once and for all. So I was up late last night and I was thinking about a situation in my own life. Sometimes you have situations and you feel like there's just no way that it'll ever leave. Now, I've noticed even in the readings, because we have new love showing up now in the readings, I'll notice how in the comments everyone's like, I'll never go back to the past. I'll never go. I'll never, 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 never. And it really hit me last night how, oh, and I went to see the movie Avatar. 3.5 hours well spent. I mean, that movie is so like so spiritual, so many signs, symbols, synchronicities. Like it blew my mind. Because I was able to watch it with my spiritual eyes. It just blew my mind. But anyway, there are certain things that we have conditioned ourselves to believe that it will never leave. We can't get rid of it. I know for sure a lot of people, even when it comes to like this twin flame soulmate journey, many people hold on and cling to the idea of that situation so tightly that I feel like you create illusions, or you allow yourself to be in an illusion about your actual reality. And I say that because there are some things that, in the way I saw it last night, it's like a book, okay? All of us, like your character, your story is already written. In the book, it doesn't matter where you start. The beginning and the end is going to be the same. I feel like a lot of people right now, you need to understand that certain people, jobs, situations, relationships in your life, many of them are going to be a part of your history. And it's not your destiny, but it still will be in the book. I don't know why a lot of people, myself included, why we're not wrapping our mind around the fact that certain things that have been presented to us, we spend so much time trying to rid our lives of certain things instead of just accepting it was a part of your life for that season, that reason, and you need to really let it go. I've been reading the comments, and I'm dealing with it myself with a particular situation. I don't think that a lot of us are as cognizant and aware of how much energy that we put into people, places, things, and situations that do not serve us at all. To the point that honestly, we create situations that are not really there. Okay? Just something to think about. And like I said, it could be anything in your life. But those energies are coming up now. And what I feel that you need to pay close attention to is, how is that energy dictating and controlling your life? Okay? This idea that, you know, my family, they'll never change. That person from my past, they'll never change. I'll never be in a relationship because of that past relationship. How much time, effort, and energy are you giving to that situation, that person, place, or thing that it's not allowing you to have any new open doors? It's a devil energy. It's a blockage around the mind. This is an ego death that needs to take place. Breaking point. Things are becoming too much to bear. There's something that needs to be purged. That's keeping you entirely too guarded. You're so protective over your heart at this point because you haven't really let go of what broke you. Spell work. Someone has been casting spells. A lot of this stuff is backfiring as well. Yeah, and you're leveling up. Excuse me. So a lot of the illusions are leaving. Astral travel. This hit me last night too. A lot of you, the reason why it's so important for you to be more conscious of what you are allowing into your energy is because so many people have discovered how to use spell work for their own personal gain. There's a lot of sex magic, spell work, black magic, astral traveling, and projecting that's being done. The reason why these things are working on a lot of people, though, is because you're not conscious of the fact that you're allowing it by opening yourself up to certain energies. A person can have you in an illusion so deep that you don't realize you're in an illusion, and that person can actually be you. You know, on my channel, I talk a lot about self-accountability and awareness. You can't blame everything on another person. I say it's just like when people come to my readings, and if it's anything about love, it doesn't matter how positive it is. Everyone is going to say, I'll never go back to that person from the past. See, for spell work to be able to work with you, you have to still have feelings for that person. They have to be able to connect to your energy. A lot of people do not understand that they spend so much time thinking about what they're not going to do that someone else is actually getting full access and advantage over you because of your thoughts. Some people are pulling you into, look at this, black magic. So there's very heavy spell work being done. We have spell work and black magic here in astral travel. And this probably has you at a breaking point. And that's okay. Because typically when you get to this point, it's because of a level up. You may start researching things. Maybe you're dealing with someone and they are well versed in the occult. But this breaking point is to get you to level up in your own life. You need to become more focused and aware of your thoughts. How you perceive things. And also understanding the importance of you protecting yourself. Another thing that came up to me is how some of those things that you run from so much, the reason why you're not escaping it energetically, it's because it's supposed to be there. It's your greatest test and lesson. Some of you, when you run into these karmic friends, family members, lovers, or whatever, the things that many of us who consider ourselves chosen that we dislike about other people, you're doing the same thing to them, but in a different way. A lot of people may underestimate you. A lot of people, they may hate the fact that you're selfless, that you have self-respect, that you are open and honest. Well, you have a problem with other people being, ego-based or superficial, or whatever, but it's really not your place. Just like it's not their place to try and judge and condemn you. The veil is gone, so we all have to coexist together. Everyone needs to stay in their own lane. You should be so focused on yourself right now to avoid being caught up in all of the magic, the conjuring, and the casting that's being done. The reason why this is occurring right now is because you're being forced to try and beat these odds, to get out of the matrix. This is going to become so hard, it's going to break you down until you finally surrender and realize that either you need to beat something or you need to join it. Because it's not just negative stuff that is pulling you in. For some people, it is you needing to embrace the fact that you need to level up. How many of your dreams are you running away from? How much responsibility are you running away from? Just food for thought. Let's see what comes out. The Hierophant. Yeah. See? Your morals, your values, your beliefs, your higher self, God. Eight of Cups. Walking away from what's not emotionally fulfilling. People, places, things, and situations. The Tower. I feel like you're going into an awakening. What did I say? Ego death. You're most likely leaving a lot of narcissistic people behind. This is a time to understand how perhaps you being selfless has gotten you in a place or position to be taken advantage of by a lot of the wrong people. The Devil and the King of Swords with the Death here. This is a narcissistic person who's carrying some type of demonic entity or an attachment that's going to keep on attacking you until you break completely free. And honestly, the way that you break free from everything is by being the best version of yourself. You're being watched by something or someone very low vibrational, because you have peace, balance, harmony, an angelic presence, a temperance angel that is coming into your life to assist you. Eight of Wands, yeah. Whoever or whatever this is coming into your life, it's a sure thing. This is causing a tower moment for people around you who have been using your energy, but it's causing a tower moment for you too, because you are being forced right now to eliminate, and I had a reading about this maybe a week ago. You have to be willing now to let go of any person in your life that is parasitic. You have to detoxify your body and your life. There are people who are astral traveling and projecting. They're going through great lengths to do magic and spell work and to spy on you. A lot of you, these are mind control, domination spells, everything in between. Hypnosis. A lot of people honestly have the plan to make you crack up. Because where the mind goes, the body follows. So if a person can get you so wound up in your mind, they can make your body do anything that they wanted to. A lot of you, this has something to do, like I said, with your divine path, your soul contract, as well as a new person entering your life. Yeah. Look at that. The Empress, the Hangman, and the Four of Wands. I have to be honest, for some of you, your perception and your ideas of what it means to be a feminine is distorted. And it's causing you delays in having a solid foundation. Being able to celebrate and be celebrated with a healthy partner. If you watch any of the movies, if you notice, the feminine eventually has to completely be willing to surrender to the energy of the masculine. A lot of people now have been brainwashed to think that submitting and surrendering is the same thing, or that it makes you weak. Spiritual beings are in like a mating season right now. This is a time of creation, co-creation, procreation. Okay. A lot of people, that energy where it feels like it just won't leave you. For people who eventually, like, if you really know that you have a twin, right? It's yin and yang. You and that person at a soul level, you have the same mission purpose, but how you react, respond, your likes, your dislikes, your triggers, and everything else may be totally different. That's why I brought up Artemis and Apollo, the sun and the moon. Watching the movie Avatar, you have them going from the forest to the water. That's what we're doing right now as a collective. We're shifting from 3D to 5D. So you have to stop looking at the outer and figure out what is a person's purpose and how does it align with yours. Because honestly, you can meet a person and outwardly you're total opposites. Everything about you can be the opposite, but your assignment when it comes to building the kingdom is the same. I feel like the world now, social media and everything else, people have gotten so caught up on fear and anxiety and heartbreak and pain that a lot of the feminines, especially who are the creators, are stuck. There's a distortion here. And it may come from a lot of the spell work and the black magic. But it's time to realize that in order to get in your mission and your purpose, you have to learn how to protect yourself. A lot of divine feminines, especially, whether male or female, you're waiting to be able to trust somebody fully. But the problem is that I don't feel like a lot of people, from what I'm getting here, because of your abuse, you don't trust yourself. This fear of repeating the past, like I said, with Mercury retrograde coming, this fear is causing people to not move at all. You're just in hangman energy. You're not doing anything. The union, the Ace of Pentacles, the life you always wanted, it's right there. but you won't move. This is analysis paralysis. You're comparing every new person to the past person. You're not allowing yourself to experience new emotions. It's a lot of pessimism and self-sabotage, honestly. And I feel like with us closing the year, the full moon was in Gemini. How you communicate, how you see things, how you perceive things may need an adjustment. And also that twin energy. A lot of people need to get out of the idea that even in twin flame soulmate, that person is just like you. They're not. They're not. Everybody is looking now, even in relationships, because that's what a lot of people worry the most about. You want peace, balance, and harmony, but you feel like that only comes from someone being just like you. So one person can come from poverty and they may work like crazy because they want to break the generational curse of poverty. Maybe you come from a wealthy family, but your family maybe wasn't that loving. So maybe now you want to create family. You and another person can both be chosen and choosing to break something in your family that's holding you back from healing your bloodline, but for different reasons and in different ways. A lot of people are quick to judge other people. Say, oh, that person, because they make money, they're superficial, they're evil. Are they? Or are they creating value for someone else? This is all about conditioning and perception that is shaping false realities. You have to be able to embrace both sides of a coin, because at any moment you don't know which side of the coin is going to flip on. Yeah, that's the truth. Ace of Swords. You're going to have to break out of this stagnant energy by awakening to a new reality. Because what you have is an offer of a solid beginning. The star and the sun. There's really no negative. And I've been saying that the last like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, there's really no negative cards here. And what I do see that is negative is all in the mind. The Devil and the King of Swords, that's all in the mind. The Page of Swords. Swords is communication. You can't allow your thoughts to keep you a prisoner. Because that's what the devil is here to do, is to keep you chained. The devil energy, it's an energy. It can just, it's a mindset. It's the conditioning. It's the shackles around your mind. Some people talk so much about how they'll never deal with that person from the past. But what if that person has gone through a transformation just like you and they present themselves and the Most High is telling you that's who you're supposed to be with? You will not receive any of your blessings until you and that person come together. Your mind is so focused on what happened a decade ago that you're not seeing that the reason why you're not moving forward is because you won't embrace this situation. Really because you're afraid that you may get hurt again. Same thing with people where you're supposed to embrace someone new or a new path. You're so worried that the new person is going to put you through the same thing that the last person did, that for some of you, you're thinking that black magic is being done in spell work, but it's really the fact that you're in your ego. And your ego is simply just you doing everything to try to protect yourself from the fact that, honestly, deep down, you're very fearful of something. Some of you, You're afraid of the past and you're afraid of the future. You're just standing there stagnant. You have to bust a move. You cannot allow yourself to be led and controlled by fear and illusions. Heavy emphasis, though, you guys, on all of this magic. A lot of this magic will stop working on if you leveled up your life. Stop watching as much tarot. All of the readings is confusing a lot of you. I read it in the comments. You guys say, well, Tori, yesterday you said don't let the past person back. Well, today you're saying new love. I can't tell you what to do. A lot of people are so afraid to make decisions now that you rely on everybody else to tell you what to do in your life. You don't even go and talk to God about it. You go to your favorite reader to figure out what you're supposed to do. The readings change every few hours. Not every story is your story. Why are you making your life decisions based off of a reading that's not your reading? I feel like a lot of people are just spinning out of control, chasing their tail over and over. But happiness is here, and it wants to be presented to you. I mean, the ultimate happiness. But once you level up and you figure out what you want, everything that doesn't serve you will kind of fall away. A lot of you haven't really taken time out. You haven't gotten to a breaking point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired enough that you're willing to block, banish, and bind any and everything that's stopping you from leveling up. I've been talking about this since like Thanksgiving holidays. You're still going around the family members that you know you need to cut off. You're still waiting by the phone for certain people. You're still at the job that you have anxiety about every time you pull up in the parking lot. I'm telling you, and I'm sorry, but a lot of this there is spell work being done, but some of it is your mind playing tricks on you. Someone needs to hear that. It's the fear is manifesting into illusions. But also people who are casting and conjuring, it's very easy for them to attack a person who is not spiritually strong. What else do we need to know, Spirit? This is a time where you really have to protect yourself. And sometimes you have to protect yourself from yourself. Everything is fine. See? Swords. 10 swords. The things that you look at is, oh, there was deception. There was a betrayal. They stabbed me in the back. Spirit keeps saying everything is fine. Why haven't you taken action yet? You sitting around being mad and angry about what they did before and how they hurt you or harmed you. Why haven't you taken action? Why won't you get justice for yourself? People in Mercury retrograde is always so quick. Oh, my ex is coming back. They only come back because you give them access to come back. The King of Wands and the King of Cups is here with the Knight of Swords. I said that in the beginning. For some of you, you're extremely stressed out because when it comes to matters of the heart especially, you have 2 different offers. The reason why you have that person from the past that keeps showing up is because you won't cut the cord. This keeps stressing you out. Right before you get to a period of victory and success, there's a face-off between a person from your past and someone new coming in. And you keep going through the motions. Should I move forward or should I go backwards? Did they change or... You make the decision of who you are, and who doesn't serve you, they'll no longer have access to you. Where is your power? And I trust me, I'm learning this myself. I'm trying to implement and integrate the same. As I sit here and I hear myself speaking, I'm talking to myself too. I feel like a lot of people, you need to be more selfish. Stop being so selfless. I'm not saying don't help and don't be a healer, but recognize sometimes you really are giving your energy and your power to the devil. And so when the devil comes at you with the spell work and the black magic and astral traveling and it's body jumping and trying to destiny swap and everything else, you have to be able to look back and realize you gave that thing that power because you gave it access to you. You let that person make you upset. Nine of Pentacles. You have more than enough to give. You should be very, very confident, secure. You're abundant. You're stable, self-sufficient. You look good, smell good. Why are you still giving your energy out, or why are you accepting crumbs? It's a war here that you feel like it's with another person, but it's really a war that you're fighting with yourself. Some of you definitely have people in your life, friends, family, your boss, your coworkers. They know exactly who you are and what you represent, what you bring to the table, the value that you create, and yet they offer nothing. They just take. So I would say rise up and don't allow yourself to be a victim anymore. That's a message. Mercury retrograde, these things that are coming in to try and trick you again. And with this being the, a new moon here going into the new year, and which that full moon energy is still kind of lingering to me. People are upping the ante. Astral traveling, shape shifting. This is heavy, heavy black magic and spell work being done. You may want to lock everything down right now so that nobody can come around you. Nobody can say much to you. And in that time, figure out who you are, level up, and when the smoke starts to clear, you will see who's left standing. And if nobody is left standing, that's okay too. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. You can expect an offer or an opportunity to come in. It's slow and steady. Ace of Wands. But it brings a passionate new beginning. And it's love. So for some of you, if you take action now and you clear out, for some of you, it's a real entity. Or there's a person or some people in your life. They embody entities that are obsessed with you. When you rid that by simply understanding who you truly are and standing in your power, something slow, steady, stable, and secure will come in that you'll be passionate about, and it'll give you all of the love that you need. But you have to take action now with putting an end to whatever this is. And I've always said on my channel, I'm like, some stuff you don't need closure to have clarity. Okay. And I believe that to some point and degree. Some people, you may want to have a conversation with a person, and sometimes you can't talk to that person. They may not even be here anymore. But honestly, you have to find the strength and the courage to get clarity and closure within yourself. And sometimes to get clarity and closure about other situations, is, again, you getting clarity and closure about yourself. Some people, and this twin flame thing really keeps coming up, that other person is still like a version of you. This whole runner chaser thing, for some people, you keep getting caught in the cycle because it's something in yourself that you haven't tapped into. To be honest, the thing that you say you hate the most about that other person, there's another side of you that resonates with that person that you won't actually embrace. It's really time for everybody to take the training wheels off. Some of you, you're going through things now because the thing that you consider maybe dark about someone else, it may not be dark, and it could be something that you're needing to embrace within yourself, but it's your perception is off. Yin and yang, your perception. Because honestly, let's say for like being like the empath narcissist paradigm here, you're selfless. That other person is selfish. You may be a lot further in life if you were more selfish with your time, your effort, and your energy, and you allowed yourself to level up instead of always being a victim of spell work and at your breaking point. See, that other person, they're not a victim of spell work because they don't get attached like that. So instead of you always saying what you hate so much about that person, why don't you try to be more selfish like that person? Maybe they need to be more loving and compassionate like you, but it's a choice of whether that person chooses to get that balance or not. But if you have the awareness of what's going on both sides, instead of running away from their duality, you may want to embrace it and recognize that that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be with that person, but maybe that person has what you may consider as character flaws that can be character building for you. Again, they could be a part of your history. That doesn't mean that they're a part of your destiny. But the lesson here, that some people, it's a lesson that you have to pass in order to pass go and collect your $200. And it has a lot to do with your perception when it comes to duality. Slow but steady. Unlimited possibilities. Oh my God. Duality came out. I've been saying the word duality over and over again. And here's ancient wisdom and integration, burden. Some of you, honestly, the people that you have the biggest issues with, friends, family, or lovers, they carry ancient wisdom just like you. But because maybe they are more limitless in their thinking, they're able to tap into things and integrate more than you are. And that's the reason why at times you feel like the enemy is winning. Because they don't have that chain around their mind. They're willing to see all the possibilities. I feel like right now there's a need to embrace this duality so that you can stop having a one-track mind. I see a lot of people, because of the challenges I've been getting and I can't control them, there's things coming out of, like Greek mythology stories and biblical stories and different things about like stuff that I haven't read or tapped, but it's coming in because my mind is opening up to there's more to this reality than what I see and I know. That doesn't mean that I have to subscribe to the things that I pick up on, but I also don't have to turn the cheek and act like I'm blind to it either. Sexual energy is here, and death. A lot of you, if there's been sexual magic being done to tap into your energy, that's coming to an end. But for some of you, to be honest, because the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups is here, some of you are needing to embrace your sexuality and sexual energy for your own transformation. And sexual energy is not me saying, oh, you need to go out and sleep with someone. What about your sacral chakra energy? That's where you create and reproduce. Those are your sexual organs. Are you removing those blockages? Are you in that divine feminine and masculine energy where you know your role to create, to nurture, to produce? Because everyone has feminine and masculine energy, so you're responsible for doing all of that, but do you know really how to play your role and position? And a lot of people say they do, but you're actually not, because you're currently a victim of spell work and black magic. Because you replay things over and over in your mind that no longer serve you. Mercury retrograde is coming in to, I feel, help you clear out. It's like a big bang here. Clear something out for good. Yeah. So you can have an upgrade. Here's Evil Eye and Bound. See, some people, toxic family, kicked out. Some people are under some really heavy spell work. A lot of people have been playing around with different spirits and entities, perhaps since Halloween, okay? And these are people who maybe now or at some point had romantic thoughts about you. But it says here, this phase will soon end. Manifest a new job. Manifest new things. As you work on manifestation, the confusion and the conflict will subside. You cannot give these things that have been here to keep you blocked and bound with the use of spell work, black magic, and toxic family dynamics at this crucial time where you're supposed to level up. Okay? So just be mindful of that, you guys. I'm going to leave it here. This was, I feel, more of like a spiritual message for us. There's a lot of different situations. You guys know what they are. But I feel like the main message here from Spirit is you really need to stand in your power right now and make sure that your thoughts are your own thoughts. The reality that you're living is the reality that you want and not an illusion or matrix that has been created by someone else. Don't allow your pain and suffering from your past manifest into a cage that you build around yourself that's keeping you from being free. Because the devil is out lurking and wants to attach to anything in you that may push you to your breaking point. So be mindful of your communication. Be mindful of who you talk to, what you listen to. Okay. I don't know why these cards are flipping out like this. You and your loved ones are safe. Some of you people are trying to convince you that, you know, you and your people around you are not safe by using spell work, of course. This is to invoke a lot of fear because you have prosperity that lies ahead. Your commitment to yourself and your journey is being tested. Yeah. The answers that you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. That's what just passed. And a new romantic cycle begins. A lot of you, like I said, you have people who you thought loved you. They're behind all of this. These illusions. Friends, family, and for some of you, definitely lovers, ex-lovers. Your frequency is changing. The energy that you're putting out. You have everybody from your past running towards you, because a lot of people are shifting into a God-like consciousness. Everyone is starting to recognize you for who you are. So they're starting to see that they gave up someone who was very pure and divine. Everybody wants to come back now, and they're coming back with a vengeance. And they're willing to do anything, including spell work, to stop you. And you're definitely getting the evil eye from a lot of people. Look at this. The Magician and the Four of Wands. People are doing magic on your foundation. But the more they do magic on your foundation, the more you should be manifesting your foundation. They're using their tools and resources to work against you. You should be using your tools and resources to level up. Okay? So I hope that this helped someone and gave you a bit of clarity and insight. Good luck. Obviously, Mercury retrograde, for me, I already feel the pre-shadow. So this one is going to be a doozy. But it's an opportunity to clear. All right? Move into the next year knowing that, you know, you're just done. All right, so I love you guys. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Always go within so that you do not go without, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.